What is going on, everyone? The Houston Texans are already killing it in the offseason, and shout out to General Manager Nick Caserio for getting it done. This happened late last night around 7:30. The Houston Texans have brought back offensive coordinator Bobby Slowik. This is from Albert Breer. Texans OC Bobby Slowik has agreed to a new deal in Houston within the past few days, one that includes a significant pay raise per sources. Slowik impressed multiple NFL clubs through the interview process, but he's sticking in Houston. He'll be a hot name in 2025. I'm not going to lie to you guys. I thought we were going to lose both Bobby Slowik and quarterback coach Jerrod Johnson. I mean, the type of season this offense had in year one with CJ Stroud, I could understand why other organizations will see Bobby Slowik as a head coach, would see Jerrod Johnson as an offensive coordinator. Speaking of Jerrod Johnson, the good news does not stop. The Houston Texans bring him back as well. This is from Ian Rappaport. Texans QB coach Jerrod Johnson has informed teams interested in him hiring as an OC that he plans to return to Houston. A big development for the Texans as Johnson wants to finish what he started with CJ Stroud, DeMeco Ryans, OC Bobby Slowick, and the organization. Bringing back Jerrod Johnson is just as big as bringing back Bobby Slowick. Why? Because not only is he familiar with CJ Stroud, they go all the way back to high school together. But this is a hire for the future. Jerrod Johnson will be your offensive coordinator next year whenever Bobby Slowick becomes a head coach. The Texans invest into the future, and the first 3 years for a rookie is huge, and for him to be familiar with Bobby Slowick and Jerrod Johnson for the future, dude, I love it, man. Shout out to the Houston Texans for getting this done. Welcome, everyone, to the 713 Houston Sportcast. I am your host, Ruben Calvillo. I drop daily Houston Texans content, man, so make sure you guys are following me on Twitter, Instagram, TikTok for the latest news, rumors, and updates. And if you guys are new here to the channel, I'm trying to hit 10K subscribers by the Super Bowl. Please help me get there. And thank you all so much for watching today's episode. Now, I think we could all agree that these were home run moves by the Houston Texans front office. And shout out to owners Cal and Hannah McNair. What's crazy is they're still paying David Culley. They're still paying Lovie Smith. They're paying DeMeco Ryan. So for them to dish out more money for Jerrod Johnson and Bobby Slowick, I absolutely love it. They know there is something special here with this young Houston Texans team. You invest into your franchise quarterback, CJ Stroud. And the crazy part about this, ladies and gentlemen, and I think this was the main reason why Bobby Slowick and Jerrod Johnson came back. I mean, aside from the paycheck, I wonder how much that raise was. But what you did in year one should have not happened. You should have not won 10 games in the regular season. You should have not won the AFC South divisional title. You should have not hosted a playoff game and blow out the Cleveland Browns. You got to the divisional round, and unfortunately, our Cinderella season came to an end that night. But like I mentioned, you were this close away from your first ever AFC championship, and you were this close away from getting to the Super Bowl. The future is as bright as can be for this Houston Texans team. And also, it shows that Bobby Slowick and Jerrod Johnson believe in DeMeco Ryans as well. You know DeMeco had a huge part in the reason why both of these guys back. There is a reason why we call him captain here in Houston, man. DeMeco Ryans gets his coaching staff. They get another year together. They continue to grow. You have something special here, guys, and you have an opportunity to make this a championship roster in the offseason when you have around $70 million in free agency. And during the draft, you have your first, second, and third round pick. And Nick Caserio has shown that he will trade up for anyone he wants. No one is safe during the draft. With Bobby Slowick, like I mentioned in the intro, I thought he was going to be in head coach. Everyone thought he was gone. But I thought it wasn't the smart move for him. What I mean by that is, yes, he was fantastic in his first year as offensive coordinator for the Houston Texans, able to make a game plan with so many injuries throughout the year. I mean, starting a game with 4 out of your 5 starting offensive linemen out, having to replace Damian Pierce with Devin Singletary, losing Tank Dell, losing Robert Woods, losing Noah Brown. And for the Houston Texan offense to have this type of season offensively, it's absolutely insane when we were one of the worst offensive last year. So Bobby Slowik does deserve a lot of credit, but I didn't think it was the smart decision for him to be one and done. Get more confidence, get more familiar with play calling, more comfortable play calling, get that experience, and potentially get yourself $2 to $3 million more a year. Obviously, Bobby Slowick was thinking about the future. You also have to think about the jobs that could potentially open next year. I was listening to Cody Stutes, and he mentioned the Dallas Cowboys. That would be insane if we see Bobby Slowick as the Dallas Cowboys head coach next year. But man, Bobby Slowick, shout out to him. He knows there's something special. He deserves that pay raise he's got. Welcome back, Bobby Slowick. And with quarterback Jerrod Johnson, like I mentioned, just as important as bringing back Bobby Slowick, I thought he was going to go to the New Orleans Saints to be an offensive coordinator. I think we saw that Washington put in an interview for him as well. Quite frankly, man, everyone thought we were going to lose both Bobby Slowick and Jerrod Johnson. But with Jerrod Johnson, the future aspect is what I love. As I mentioned in the intro, him and CJ Stroud have known each other and go all the way back to high school. Go on YouTube and look at the Elite 11. You will see Jerrod Johnson there during CJ Stroud's season. This is going to be your future offensive coordinator, ladies and gentlemen. And I know this was really important for CJ Stroud as well. This was an important hire for him. I know he texted Jerrod Johnson, don't leave me. Don't leave me just yet. We have something special. And, man, it feels good, dude. We were waiting for free agency to, see some type of excitement for this Houston Texans team. No, they wanted to go ahead and do it right now. I absolutely love this, guys. Let me know what you think about Bobby Slowick and Jerrod Johnson coming back one more year for the Houston Texans. Guys, you have a real blessed rest of your day.